So cars are now rolling onto the pit lane, and shortly we should get them lined up and ready to go racing. Again, it'll just be one pace lap and a 15-minute race, so a little bit behind schedule here this afternoon here at NCM Motorsports Park. Again, I'm Kyle Heyer here with DJ Alessandrini, the FCP Euro Race HQ. Lined up in the background, you see the highlighter yellow accents on Todd Cayley's car.
That car really sticks out.
It really does stick out, and like I said earlier in qualifying, if he finishes well today and tomorrow, he will be incentivized to come to spring kickoff at Gingerman because he'll be real solid in the points. He comes into the weekend, currently scored 7th in the point standings with 74 points, a little ways back from Luke McGrew leading. So as the field rolls off here, DJ, let's roll through the starting lineup. On row number 1, Andy Smedgard in the number 212. That's the ASM car alongside Jeremy Swenson's number 30 Corvette. Yeah,
row number 2, Luke McGrew and Aaron Lichty, who have already said that they're working together.
In row number 3, Todd Cayley out of St. Petersburg, Florida, the number 161. He starts 5th alongside Emil Tab in the number 14 and 6th.
And row 4, John Allen and Eric Cattil.
Row number 5, Austin Hurdle, the number 34 370Z, and Rob Manicherry. He's fighting differential issues, said it's costing him about 8/10 a lap. He starts 10th.
Let's hope we can figure that out. All right, row 6, Chris Adams and Eric Meadows.
Andrew Raines starts in 13th in row number 7 alongside Joel Morrison in the 14th spot. Eric Jensen and Marcus Luttrell in 15th and 16th. Jeff Preston, Scott Bowling, 17th and 18th. In row number 10, it's Ron Solomon, another ASM car, alongside Bo Adams in the 986. Then Scott Robertson, Joshua Rubenstein, Jeremy Boysen, Craig Moulton, Ryan Zupanchik, George Kustin-Bardis, Dustin Barty, Tom O'Gorman will start in 28th. Then Nick Starter, Bill Griffin, Sean Smith, Freddie Asuncao, Yo Kutla, Max Lutfer, William Leahy, Wes Penn, and Dusty Michael. 37 cars.
That's a lot of cars in the
line up here. It sure is a whole lot of cars. As we get ready to go racing, we got to have one pace lap ready to go. And we're going to set them up double wide here, DJ, and we're going to turn them loose for 15 minutes. 37 cars will run down to turn 1. We already mentioned front row. We already mentioned where you're going to be if you're in 23rd. What if you're 37th? What do you do back there? You just kind of hang out and wait?
Well, you do what everybody should be doing. You just have a great time. Where you're qualifying right now, you're going to be near people your own pace. So really the goal should be, no matter where you are in the grid, and I know toward the front, sometimes you get a little lizard brain about it, but anywhere you are on the grid, that means those people around you are about the same speed as you. So just get ready for some fun racing. That should be the ultimate goal when you're out there.
And that's, I think, the lovely thing about GLTC. And Adam says it's in every driver's meeting that Roger Penske's not out here to sign in. So there's no real incentive to go out there and run your buddy off the racetrack. There's no incentive to do that. This is good, clean fun here in GLTC. We're racing for good hangs with our buddies. We're not here going for some trophy that's worth it.
You won't see Formula One style racing where they get ran off the track because they didn't have like the inside of the corners.
And let's be honest, it happens. But it's not what we're here to do. And it's running people off the racetrack.
It's not the goal. The goal is to have fun racing your car with people that have similar interests in it.
And I think what makes GLTC different is really there's no our competition director, one of his competition director, Scott Giles, always talks about, I had his door down in turn 1. Well, no, you didn't. You hit him. So you got to have overlap established.
The other thing is if two cars make contact, it's almost always both of their faults.
Right. There's very rarely a situation in which you could have done nothing.
Right.
And I think that's
unless there's like a mechanical or something.
That's one of the things that GLTC's always done really, really well, and that's why we can run 37 cars at a track this narrow and this twisty. I'm very excited. We're not quite doubled up yet, but we will be shortly.
We're at turn 14 right now. You're going to see drivers making space on the left here, and then that turn 15, the drone does not do it justice. You can't see the other side of that turn. You are cresting the hill. The car gets light. The people with the wing on the back, they're just going to ride some understeer through that whole corner, but the cars without any kind of arrow, it gets a little wild over that corner.
Very different setups from driver to driver. We've got 370Zs, Corvettes, we've got Miatas and Civics and everything in between here at NCM Motorsports Park for Gridlife Grand Circuit. The first time ever after a year-long delay, finally racking up and stacking up for 15 minutes of racing. The pace car is going to peel off here in just a moment and going to leave the two front runners, Jeremy Swenson and Andy Smedgard, on the front row. We're going to take them all the way down to that green flag. They cannot go until the green flag waves. Once it does, everybody can go. There's no waiting until you get to the start-finish line. The green flag is out. It's race time.
Yeah, right now we see the cars going through sinkhole. Again, the drone does not do that elevation justice. They're literally probably bogging as you're driving up the hill on this long right-hander here. Now we're coming through the S's. You're going to start seeing everybody bunch up. And I expect a very late green flag just to give everybody a chance to bunch up right here. I think it's Adam.
Here we go. 37 cars here at Gridlife Grand Circuit at NCM Motorsports Park. Andy Smedgaard on pole position in the ASM S2000. The field bunching up. And we're about ready to go racing, waiting for the green flag to fly. Too wide.
Very
15 rows deep, green flag flies, and we're racing at Gridlife Grand Circuit at NCM Motorsports Park. Double wide, 3 wide mid-pack as they head down to turn 1. Swenson with the lead. Wow.
All right, so Swenson got it done here. Now he's got to hold off Andy Smedgaard for the rest of the race. I can't believe he cleared him by the end of turn 1. He must have had a great jump on the green flag.
That was a power move for Jeremy Swenson to move around Andy Smedgaard through turns 1A and 1B clean. Remember, no track limits in turn 1A. You can use all the racetrack there. Now out of turn 3 on the run up the hill, 3 wide behind him. Joel Morrison is getting split on the inside. I can't tell who that is, but they're almost squeezing each other. But up the front, Swenson pulling away. We knew he'd be strong, DJ, but that's an incredible start.
Yeah, he's going to be really strong in the beginning, again on street tires now, as those, you know, and it's perfect conditions for street tires too. It's nice and cool, air temps are cool, it's going to keep the tires cool. What we'll see is toward the end of the race, Jeremy Swenson will start to be reeled back in by Andy Smedgaard.
Tom O'Gorman, big move up the inside. He's making waves against qualified 28th. We talked about the exhaust getting choked off. He removed one of those exhaust devices. He should have more pace here in this race. Some side by side behind him, but Swenson is free and clear. Todd Cayley is ahead. I think that's John Allen and Rob Manicherry that are door to door. Eric Meadows following them, so it's a pair of Duratec swap Miatas following the K-swap Miata.
Right, and Lichty has gotten past McGrew and somewhere in the first half of the lap as well. Here we're running up into Deception there. A lot of passing opportunities are going to come out of Deception because there's it's very easy to make a mistake here. You see in the back there, I think that was Joel Morrison, kind of the cork in the bottle, as you say. Coming out of Deception, we got 3 wide, heading up to 14. There's not a lot of room there. Now they're making a diamond.
Oh, that was really sketchy. 3 wide out of tabletop there. That's not something you can do very easily. Still double wide here as they crest up over the hill towards turn number 16.
2 wide and 15.
That's Scott Bowling there on the inside of the Porsche Cayman. He made that stick somehow.
Wes Penn just passed that darker, bigger car.
There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, he passed him around the outside in 15, so that takes a lot of guts. Kudos to him.
Eric Cattell over the back of Luke McGrew here now. The hybrid racing EG working its way up inside the top 5, setting its sights on McGrew, and also Aaron Lichty, who you mentioned, jumped to 3rd in the early lap. But Swenson's going to be the leader first time across the line.
Yeah, and Cattell also got around John Allen. I'm starting to think that maybe the outside around 1 does work, because if you think about a lot of the first couple rows, those drivers found themselves in front of the drivers they were next to. So maybe there's something in some dynamic there that I'm not quite understanding. Man, Swenson looked really good coming out of 1 there. Like the car had a good slip angle. The entry there looks good.
But can it hold on for the entire duration of this race? 15 minutes is a long time for those tires to last in a car this heavy. It's 3,000 plus pounds, so that's a lot of weight on those tires. Look at Cattell. He just got by Luke McGrew. He's up into 4th place now. And here comes Emil Tab in the 14 winning Formula car. He's going to challenge McGrew now side by side.
Yeah, Cattell fighting Luke McGrew for that spot. Has separated that mini pack there of those 4 cars with Luke McGrew, Emil Tab, and Todd Cayley. Cattell on a charge, but now he has to go get Lichty. But while passing all those cars, he ran basically the same lap time as him.
Todd Cayley now attacking Emil Tab. So Tab was on Luke McGrew, opened up the door to the inside. Cayley went for a pass, couldn't quite get it done as they sweep now through turn number 6 and down toward Deception.
Yeah, we're seeing the car starting to string out here. We saw a late dive on the brakes.
Swenson!
Oh, Swenson!
The race leader slow off to driver's right. Not sure what happened there, but he's back. Is he back under power now? Looks like it. So it's a momentary lapse in power. That's going to give the lead back to Andy Smedgaard. So the top runner, the race leader, slow. He lost a whole bunch of spots.
Yeah, that's a huge hiccup for Swenson there. He was looking in real good shape to win that race, but this, I mean,
car off. Is that still Swenson? I think it is.
Yeah.
Coming to a stop.
Is there fluid on the track here?
No,
that just looks like people running wide. That's people running wide.
Yeah, but he's in a bad spot there, DJ.
Yeah, that's not a very good spot. I almost wish if he's under any kind of power at all, maybe just like get off forward and to the left.
Right, just get out of the way to the inside of the corner.
That's gonna have to be a caution. That's an awful spot for a car.
Right, we're still under green flag conditions now. We'll see if we get a full course yellow, which we can do here in GLTC. So far, though, the leader is going to turn over to Andy Smedgaard as the race leader dropped out. Lots of shuffling in the background behind him as we head off into sinkhole for the 2nd time in this race. And we'll see if Aaron Lichty can bring the fight to Andy Smedgard. Lichty's the winningest driver in the series, 17 wins to his name.
The unfortunate thing with a car braking on the second lap is the race 2 might grid by fastest lap, and everybody only got 1 lap. So we'll see when that yellow comes out. They might let everybody through and then pull the yellow so everybody gets at least 1 flying lap to set the grid for race 2.
Well, Andy Smedgard just ran a 2:14.5, so that's by far the fastest we've seen. Across the line, second, Aaron Lichty. Third, Catil, the EG, or the Hybrid Racing EG. McGrew, fourth. Tab, fifth. Kaylee, Rains, Allen, and Manicherry, and Hurdle, the rest of the top 10. There's Kaylee now approaching Emil Tab and McGrew. That would be a battle for fourth. Look at this fight behind Andrew Rains. He is the cork of the battle. The cat amongst the pigeons now is Austin Hurdle in the 34th car.
That's John Allen fighting him on his quarter panel there, but it kind of opened up for attack with Rob Manicherry coming around the left side toward
Whoa, look at Hurdle. Here he comes up the inside, down toward, oh, that's tight.
He's really out of the mirror there.
Oh, man.
It's a good job from those drivers staying out of each other.
That was amazing. Hurdle still on inside into turn number 6 on the brakes late. Manicherry going to pull right in front of him, but he's through John Allen. That was a great pass there by Hurdle.
Yeah, it was real gutsy by Hurdle, and again, this is only his second race weekend as well, so Hurdle already showing some maturity and comfortability behind the wheel of that car.
Wow, so
yeah, we still have a good string of cars heading up toward 8, and then eventually, yeah, you know, Rains is definitely the cork in the bottle here. I think this is the fight of the racetrack, right? Oh, it looks like they're going a little slow.
This is just the tight corner down here at turn number 8 now. Throttling back up, Andrew Rains leads the way. Behind him, Manicherry, who we said was fighting diff issues earlier. We're still green. We're still moving. I'm not sure if Swenson...
We don't see Swenson's car, but you can't really see anything after that corner, so curious to see if he's still there.
I think he's out of the way, or at least we would see a...
I feel like we would see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's out of the way, so we're good. We're staying...
Okay, cool. We're staying green.
So Andy Smedgard, 6 minutes in, is leading the race, was the fastest driver last time by. Here is a battle for position. This is Jordan Morrison.
Oh, you see how sideways he was over 15?
Yeah. Ron Solomon also chasing him down. That's a battle a little bit down the order. That's for 14th spot.
I just imagine his hands in the car must look like he was playing patty cake.
Catching it for sure. Across the line now. Smedgard was a 2:14.5 last time by. Is it going to be an improvement? Is he driving away or getting caught? This time through across the line at 2:14.6.
Slightly slower.
Lichty comes across line at 2:15.4, so still a little slower. 2:15.2. So Smedgard's lead is now 2.7 seconds, and Catil is closing in on Lichty for second.
I wonder if Catil and Lichty had a mistake, because even with all the fighting that Luke McGrew was going through with Emil Tab and Andrew Rains, he ran basically the same lap time.
17 wins for the driver at the right of your screen, 15 wins for the driver in the center screen, Eric Catil. And look at this battle behind Rains.
This is
Manicherry, Hurdle. They're all having an absolute gunfight here for...
Oh, Hurdle runs a little wide, opening up the door for Manicherry. He's actually off the course right there. He's going to have drivers right into the right-hander Rob Manicherry is, and is this going to open up for John Allen to get in there as well? Oh man, the motor of Austin Hurdle is just too much.
That car makes a whole bunch of power. He's going to slot in front of Manicherry. Now into the Titan twist stuff. This is where Rob's car is going to come alive, but he was fighting a wheel spin with that car, so I think he's going to struggle here, maybe getting off the corner. But look at Hurdle moving forward consistently, and now bringing the pressure to the back of Andrew Rains in 7th.
Yeah, all these drivers looking really good as we see them with slip through that corner. Turn 8, really fun corner. Man, this is so good. Andrew Rains is doing such a great job keeping all these cars behind him.
I was going to say, that's Solomon in the back. He looked like Tom O'Gorman. Let's check in on Tom. He started way back in 28th, and I don't have him listed. He must have pulled off the racetrack. He's down in 34th, so I thought I saw him.
Completed the lap. It might be a transponder.
It could be. I haven't seen him lately.
I mean, we saw him lap 1, so unless he's sitting somewhere, right? Or he pulled directly into the pit lane.
That could be true.
Here's Wes Penn.
He had an off in qualifying, or at least pulled the car off. Was powerless, but back on course now and running a race.
I couldn't find Wes Penn in the paddock, so I don't know what was going on with his car during qualifying. But he's made some moves.
Wes Penn is up to 24th, up 7 spots from where he's
Wow, that's he's having a fun race. That's going to make a great YouTube video later.
It sure is. We're 9 minutes in and still got a handful of minutes to go. And across the line again, we'll see if Smedgard continues to drive away. I see a really good fight starting to form.
I saw Catil getting passed by Emil.
At least close to it. Here they come across the line. Smedgard 2:15.4, 2:15.3 for Lichty, so he's improving. And you're right, Emil Tab got by.
Yeah, now he's under attack from Todd Cayley heading into turn 1. I wonder what happened with Catil. A 2:20. Did he go off track? Let's see if we can see some grass in his grill there.
Yeah, he's definitely a little slower if he had an off or just a slip. But Todd Cayley now from St. Petersburg, Florida, bringing the pressure to the back of the second winningest car in the series.
Yeah, Smedgaard looks like he's holding back a little bit, or maybe the car just can't run 14s all day. But him and Aaron Lichty just doing the same exact lap time, and they're class of the field. Everybody else is just picking up that last podium spot for the first race.
And look at John D. Allen in the number 33. That's usually Justin Lee's car, attacking Andrew Rains here on the run up to turns 5 and 6. Little kink to the left, now back to the right. That 33 is looking really good.
Yeah, and at some point Manicherry got by, which was during this lap, since they came across the timer last time with Andrew Rains out in front. So Manicherry getting it done somewhere in the first half of the lap, which is not an easy feat at all.
And here's the passenger position. This is Bill Griffin in the number 46. And behind him, I think this is 057. That is back looking for, that's Craig Moulton. This is for a battle for 23rd. We got battles for 3rd, we got battles for 23rd in GLTC. Yeah, Griffin hanging on to it for now.
All of them look equally as fun.
Absolutely. And there is the race leader, Andy Smedgaard. Out front, look at the gap he has built. There's Aaron Lichty, speeds climbing over 120 miles an hour, deep into the triple digits here, DJ. Then into the braking zone for turn number 17 through 20. And still, John D. Allen attacking and approaching the 719, or excuse me, yeah, it is Andrew Rains out there.
Yeah, it's Andrew Rains, John D. Allen. Honestly, I think that's the battle to have on the track right now. Everybody else is like Wes Penn, he's just having his own drive right now. Yeah, he has to go quite a bit to catch Dustin in that 8th gen Honda Civic.
Yeah, there's
got a nice little gaggle back here.
Yeah, Bill Griffin fighting again. That is Craig Moulton, Freddie Asenkow, and that's the VW you see, the 25th spot. White flag out now for Andy Smedgaard. In the race lead, he just ran a 2:14.4. That's the quickest lap we've seen today. Lichty a 2:16.4. So Smedgaard is the class of field here. Third place now is Luke McGrew, who's the points leader. Now think about the point situation here, DJ. We're carrying points all the way through the year, and Luke McGrew comes in leading by a healthy margin and is sitting on a podium spot right now.
Yeah, and there are drop races, so you know, just having strong, consistent finishes will definitely come in your favor toward the end of the year when those drop races come into play.
There's the 719. Whoa, a little bit wide there on the exit, and here comes John D. Allen. He's been flogging the rear tailpipes of the 719 and hasn't figured out how to get by him. He's got one lap left to do it.
Yeah, this is the last lap to do it. Coming out of turn 3 right now, they're going to be going toward turn 5. It looks like John has a little bit of a run, but that camera angle shows us that he's just too far back to actually make anything happen here. He's going to have to get him out of deception.
Punching a hole in the air. That 1997 BMW M3 is a big car in relation to the NC Miata tucked in behind him, so maybe a slipstream in some of the faster portions could help him get closer. And John D. Allen is no slouch in an NC Miata. This is a comfortable chassis for him, and he's right there.
Right, and also John's no slouch at NCM as well. He has the track record here for Spec Miata. So John has turned quite a few laps here at NCM, but I mean, Andrew Rains dealing with the pressure very well. All right, back to the Bill Turner and Moulton battle.
Yeah, Bill Griffin lost that spot to Moulton, and again, there's that 33 on the back of the 719.
Here's the hair.
He wants it so bad, right? But it's just getting the run and getting an overlap. It's so tricky to do.
So the next right-hander in their lap is Deception. If he was going to pass him, it would definitely be there.
Now sweeping through the fast and tricky stuff. There is Deception, the right-hander over the crest.
You can see the specs in the distance. John Allen is there, but I don't know if he's going to be close enough to make anything happen. He won't have him in 15, but he might be able to get him in 16. It'll be real tough, though. You almost need a mistake out of Andrew Rains for John Allen to get anything done.
It's hard to pass on that end of the racetrack, that's for sure. But heading into sinkhole for the final time, and coming out of it now is Andy Smedgaard out of ASM, a brand new build across the line. Checkered flag waving. Andy Smedgaard wins race 1 of GLTC at Gridlife Grand Circuit at NCM Motorsports Park. He gets it done. Aaron Lichty going to come home second. It'll be another podium to add to the list for him. Luke McGrew, points leader, brings it home third.
Yeah, and Andy he puts the period at the end of the sentence with a 2:13.7. All right, where's Andrew Rains? And oh, there they are.
There they are, coming out of the final corner. Going to be drag race back to the stripe. I think Rains is going to hang on to it. Not sure Allen could get the run.
No, but he's
right there. That's right there to the line. Rains is going to get him by a car length. That was awesome stuff.
That had to be fun. They're going to be laughing about that after this race.
Eric Jensen in that black and red FRS. That has an LS3 in it, I believe. Comes across the line in 11th. Good run for him.
You know, anytime you have a car that's that much of a project, I'm sure fitting a V8 into a engine bay that normally had a flat 4 is a huge feat. whoever put that car together, whether it was him or somebody else, they did a great job for that thing to be a reliable race car, Kyle. Not just a car, it's a race car.
Probably under stress a little bit, I'd imagine. That
race cars just break themselves when you look at them weird, and that one just completed a race with a V8 in it.
Well, that was a spectacular race. Some really good mid-pack battles there. Andy Smedgaard, though, wow. What a drive by the ASM number 212. This is, again, a new car that has only seen a race once this year. That was back at Barber, not in Gridlife. So this is his first Gridlife event and goes right out of the gate and wins. Aaron Lichty has won 17 races. This is not going to add to that list. Second place, but and Andy Smedgaard, he'll be starting on pole tomorrow as well because he ran the fastest lap of the day.
Yeah, and looking at the lap times, I'm wondering if people who weren't really fighting for position kind of lifted off a little bit, because you generally do use the same tires the whole weekend. So if if you give it a couple easy laps, then you might have more life of those tires at the end of the weekend, and it looks like Aaron Lichty was definitely doing that.
So sorting by best lap, and this will give us our tentative starting grid for tomorrow. Eric Till is actually going to be the driver that would line up on the outside of the front row. Then it would be Aaron Lichty, McGrew, and Emil Tab, the rest of the top 5. Todd Cayley, Hurdle, Manicherry, John Dean Allen be the rest of the top 10. And we've got to give a shout out to Todd Cayley, top 5. That's a great run for him.
Yeah, Todd had a lot of racing that race as well. It's a 50-minute race, but he got a whole race worth of racing in just that short amount of time. Yeah, Kyle, that was fun to watch. A little surprised how much Andy drove away, but I think a lot of that has to do with Jeremy Swenson having reliability issues.
Yeah, I think Swenson, we're going to go and find out what happened to him, but he was fighting similar looking issues at Circuit of the Americas, so hopefully he can find some reliability in that car because he's really, really quick, and it's certainly no slouch. But looking at our race results one more time, the Falcon race results, Andy Smedgaard of the 212 is your race winner, then Aaron Lichty, Luke McGrew, Emil Tapp, Todd Cayley, your top 5, then Erica Till, Austin Hurdle, Rob Manicherry, Andrew Raines, John Allen, you can wrap up the rest of your top 10. And that's going to conclude our first race of the weekend here at Gridlife Touring Company.
Now, I'm curious where Swenson ended up on best lap, because he did get to complete at least one lap, so he won't be starting in last, thankfully for him. But I'm wondering what kind of race 2 he's going to have if he can solve whatever issue he's having.
He doesn't actually have a lap recorded, which is interesting.
Oh, he did definitely. He completed the first lap. I wonder if that one wasn't counting for some reason.
Yeah, very, very strange indeed. Well, with that first race out of the way, that was absolutely spectacular. We'd like to thank the partners and people that make this possible here at the Gridlife Grand Circuit event weekend. The Gridlife GLTC 2121 sponsors, FCP Euro. Every part you buy is guaranteed for life. Falcon Tires, competitive, proven performance. Momo, the official safety partner of Gridlife. Hawk Brakes, race proven, street legal. And Valvoline VR1, available at Advanced Auto Parts stores. Kyle Hire with DJ Alessandrini will be signing off and turning this over to Abe and Adam, and we'll be moving on to race 2 tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you later.